Wooster Street is a little section of the city of New Haven. It's practically right in the heart of the city of New Haven. It's known as Wooster Square.
Wooster Street is occupied mainly by people from two fishing villages in Italy.
At the turn of the century, the Industrial Revolution took place in America.
Everything that you can think of that needed to have a part, New Haven made it.
They used to call Little Italy. They were all Italian. Yeah, and everybody was nice.
We all used to sit on the stoop and, tell stories.
They'd have bonfires right in the middle of the street. Kids would play kick in the can. We used to make our own little scooter with the wheels in the box. We'd roller skate down the street.
Italian lotto, numbers, you name it. We started it here. Now it's all over the country.
We had everything on Wooster Street, grocery stores, pharmacies, everything, shoemaker, everything was on Wooster Street.
Oh yeah, we used to have those little carts going down the street. We used to sell fish and vegetables and fruit, and it was nice.
As a kid, I remember when Cavalieres had their dad who owned it. They had a display of, an array of vegetables, fresh vegetables, and they had this, their signature was this huge provolone, which was on the counter, and they would, and they would invest in this huge provolone. It was incredible. It had to be 5 feet long, and they had it on the counter, and it was fresh, and it was oily, and it dripped oil. It was really wonderful.
We'd go in the grocery store, you didn't have money? Well, they brought it down on the book. At the end of the week, you would go in and pay. That's how it used to be.
Years ago, everybody was like a family. Everybody was like a family.
Wooster Street started down at East Street, all the way where the Coliseum is. That used to be Wooster Street, all the way down. Then redevelopment cut it down.
The kids, the sons and daughters, when redevelopment came, they moved out to the annex of Fairhaven, North Haven, East Haven, West Haven.
There was a big migration to the suburbs, especially to East Haven, when that night, I believe it was in the 60s, when the interstate came through, and in the late 50s, and the interstate came through, where everything changed, the neighborhood.
When they started throwing the buildings and knocking the buildings down, that's when everybody scattered.
And Mayor Leaf, he created all this thing. He wanted this place knocked down completely. He was a no-good bastard. What that bone,
When that happened, I believe a lot of the community, the Italian-American community, really got displaced.
Like everything else in life, the automobile helped carry you away from home.
I thought I was going to die. I moved away from Wooster Street. Every day I begged my husband, please, sell the house and let's go back to Wooster Street.
They move back. We have people that live where you do, that moved out to East Haven years ago, moved back in.
Since the old patrons have died, the owners of restaurants and so forth, and where the children have taken over, they're trying very hard to keep it as it once was, but they're not. In the restaurants, the cooking is different. The serving, the manner of serving is different. The chairs and tables are different.
I'm trying to bring back the old tradition of the old world Italian cuisine.
It's coming back to where it used to be years ago. And in the past couple of years, it really started booming and getting better.
It's turned into a destination for people from outside who have heard of Wooster Street as being an enclave, an Italian-American enclave.
People from all over, that come to New Haven, that's the first thing they hear about. Where's Wooster Street? We want to have the pizzas, the restaurants, and the culture on the street here.
Wooster Street means the best pizza in the world.
Yummy pizza.
What's this tell you about Wooster Street? It's all good eating.
Some people might say, oh, it's authentic. You might get an Italian-American, oh yeah, it's authentic, oh yeah.
Just reminds me so much of Italy, where the people are warm and friendly, and today it's hard to find something like that.
It's been watered down by this destination experience. And yes, you can go to Frank Pepe's, you can go to Tony Lucille's, you can go to many really good restaurants, but you don't, in terms of a community, it has a lot of needs, I believe. Because I live here, I live in my grandparents' apartment.
Everybody's been very sweet on Wooster Street, but we need to be more closer so we can try to help each other and get the street back on the map.
You can't walk the street and buy a dozen eggs. You can't buy nice fresh bread. You can't buy a bunch of broccoli. And it's like people who are destined to come here because of the notoriety of the street don't feel that. They don't need to feel that because they're coming for another experience.
I'll wait till we come out with our fried doughs at night. That's going to be a big hit, I think, because you can't get fried dough unless you go to a carnival anymore. So we're going to do that and sausage and peppers at night. We'll do little specials on the weekend, and see if we can bring something back.
I know that there is still a community here, a solid one, and that, and it is a dynamic one.
It didn't change to us. It's like the same old street.
You still walk down the street and you'll hear, hey, you better hurry up, the macaronis are cooked.
And the architecture has changed a little bit. I know some of the old buildings are still touted as, nice old buildings, so forth and so on. But I noticed that on the inside, they remodel all those grand old buildings.
Younger people are coming into the community, and it's good to see.
I gotta say, Wooster Street is probably one of the sickest places ever. Just because it's a place where you can chill, hang, have fun, meet new people, walk around, just enjoy the day. Just hang.
This is where I live, so I really like it a lot. It's really nice to live here. I don't want to move at all.
Well, I like young people. They're friendlier, and they're more knowledgeable about things in general.
I just do an a cappella style. I started by going.
I would hope that, people like yourself, that can, who are part of the community, that can add to it and insist and sort of make an evolution out of it where the community needs more of that.
I could go and live with any one of them, but it'd break my heart to move away from Wooster Street. This is where I live.